Fred. We can't really pronounce his name, and he has to use that name. But I'm just wondering if Fred the alien has kids, because it sounds to me like the Catholics are looking for his kids.
Well, there again, we're in the realm of conjecture there, Daniel, and I really wouldn't comment on that until I had firm and absolute proof that extraterrestrials are visiting our planet, which I don't at this time.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any extraordinary proof that we're being visited.
But can't we extrapolate that the Catholic priests are probably trying to get to the alien kids too?
Well, that I haven't seen anything to that effect, but with the way they've behaved in the past, it wouldn't.
Well, I don't know what their anatomy is like, but they're already naked, so that should make the Catholic priests happy. They're saving a little work.
Well, who knows, Daniel?
Who
knows
work,
what evil lurks in these people's minds? But
yeah.
I haven't really given that much thought. What I would say is that from their present policy, they'd abuse any creature they can.
Whoa.
When you consider that Father Paul Shanley, one of the more brutal child rapists in the Boston Archdiocese, was one of the co-founders of NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association.
Whoa.
And he said that sex between children and adults was okay, and sex between children and animals was okay.
Yeah.
So I guess from that you could extrapolate that, as far as these perverts are concerned, that sex between priests and alien children are okay too. They've said Shanley said it was okay to have sex with every other living thing. So I guess you could.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, Bill?
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
Oh, you're still there. Hey, I was just wondering, because you brought this up, I was just wondering, have you ever heard of the, you obviously know what NAMBLA is, but there's another one called NAMAL, that's NAMAL. Basically, that's the North American Man-Alien Love Association.
That's a new one on me. I haven't heard of that one before, Daniel. To be honest with you, I'd have to look that up.
Yeah, this is the Edge, so you've got to be ready for some certain angles that I'm sure nobody else would even consider. But just a little bit more on the alien trail there. I don't think this is an internet hoax. It seemed like I started to read the article, but I never finished. But in the realm of Scientology, seems like I read an article to the effect that Tom Cruise was building a $10 million underground facility or so to for when the aliens attack, he's going to have a place to go. Were you familiar with that?
I read rumors that Tom Cruise was involved with something like that. Now, it's quite interesting that you brought up Scientology, because Scientology is another Aleister Crowley spin-off. L. Ron Hubbard studied with Jack Parsons, who was Crowley's #1 U.S. representative, and they did very bizarre sex rituals together, and even a lot of the symbols in the Scientology are taken from Aleister Crowley. So there's a bizarre kind of satanic element within I don't like the Church of Scientology myself.
Really?
And it wouldn't surprise me if Tom Cruise is involved in something bizarre like that. He's very good friends with the current head of the Church of Scientology.
All right, we have this question from the Fast Blast. It says, "Hello, William," and they want to know, are Catholics Christians?
Well, yes, Catholics definitely are Christians in the sense that we believe that Jesus Christ was God and he came here to redeem us of our sins. All other forms of Christianity ultimately spin off. Eastern Orthodoxy and even Protestantism is a reaction to Roman Catholicism. But Roman Catholicism has the core beliefs of Christianity within it.
Okay. All right. And then looks like we're right at the top of the hour. We're getting ready to go to break. And when we come back, William, we want to talk about witchcraft and Wicca and some people in that genre. So you just stay with us on the line, please.
Very good.
All right, everybody, you're watching the Edge television broadcast. On our newsmaker line tonight is William Kennedy. Don't forget, this broadcast will be rebroadcast tomorrow in its entirety, and the audio portion will be selected out and put on the bio section of Mr. Kennedy as well. If you've got a guest suggestion, go to the EdgeAM.com website and let us know about it. And if you have a question for tonight's guest, be sure to get it in. We have numbers of questions, and we've got to kind of take them as we get them, so and make them brief, too, because we don't like to fumble around with big, long 3 or 4 paragraphs. Get right to the point, and we're going to get that question out for you. My name is Daniel Ott. We're going to be right back after the break. Tell a friend. You still got time to call up your best friend and say, hey, you've got to hear what's on this guest on the Edge television broadcast. All right, let's go back to our newsmaker line and see if we have on it. We still should have on it Bill Kennedy. Bill, welcome back to the program.
Very nice to be here, Daniel.
Hey, listen, I've got a clip here that was just sent to me, and for those that may consider themselves easily possessed, please turn off your radio, your television, whatever, however you're watching this program. Please turn it off because we're going to play something right here. And so, Bill, I'm going to play a little bit of this, and I want you to comment after it. This is supposedly Timothy Leary. We're going to find out right here.
Live and let live. Live and let live. We say to every human being, black, white, left, right, brother, sister, live and let live. Human brothers and sisters, let's live and let live. The aim of humanity is to feel real good.
All right, Bill Kennedy, did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. It was a little bit grainy here and there, but he kept saying live and let live.
Yeah. Yeah, is that our boy there, Timothy Leary? Does that sound like him?
It sounded a bit like Tim Leary, yeah.
So what is it with that guy? I know you've got a link. Actually, you have some information there, and we put that, well, I don't know, the doobie smoking link there, that graphic you had playing on your website. We picked it right off and put it on the Edge just to show people. Was he involved in witchcraft, or was he just involved in sort of turning America's youth against the culture?
Well, number one, he was certainly involved with turning America's youth against the establishment. And number two, Timothy Leary was for some years a devotee of Aleister Crowley, as I said before.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If you go on to my Crowley's Cults page, I have a little clip there of Timothy Leary discussing his relationship with Aleister Crowley's work. You can hear that. Now, what's quite interesting, in Danny Schechter's final film about Timothy Leary, which is called Timothy Leary Lives, I believe, Timothy Leary, 2 weeks before he died, went back to the Roman Catholic Church and received Holy Communion, which a lot of people aren't too familiar with.
Really?
So whatever else Leary did, at the end he came back to the Catholic Church. Again, that's Danny Schechter's film.
I'm just wondering if it he may have supposed that he would get some sort of special life extension, perhaps, if he could contact Lucifer through the Catholic Church and extend his life. What do you think about that?
I really don't think so. He was dying horribly from prostate cancer,
Whoa.
and I think he was just reconciling with the religion of his youth. I don't think he was... if he wanted to tie in with Satanism or Luciferianism, I don't think he would have come back to the church.
So I guess it's the old adage, there's no such thing as a doper in the foxhole, because after all, you got to come out of there and perhaps try to get right with your maker if you believe as such. You know, I met a witch one time, a self-described witch, who said that she was given the power to change the color of her hair at will, and she could trip people when she just sort of winked or winced at them. Have you ever seen that type of activity from anyone that may have been possessed?
I never have myself. That's called a glamour in witchcraft. The term glamour is actually from magic, and now it's come to mean, you know, you use makeup to do this. But I have heard of witches